When it's night and you're naked in bed with the blues, do you need a guy to deliver news, hard rockin' news to you? Jive Talkin with Shane D. Get your news and your stuff for free. Gonna beat your meat or whatever you do. To the news. Oh, Jesus, that was freaking good. I don't know if I could ever do that again, possibly never. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to episode 29 of Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo. Can you believe we've done 29 of these things? I can't believe it. You can watch this on YouTube. This is where you would put your comments on the YouTube video, and then in the following episode I read your comments, and you can watch the video and the audio, or the audio on Spotify if you're interested in that as well. So let's get into some hard rockin' news. I always thought this was kind of an old urban myth or a wise tale or something, but about King Diamond's makeup and Gene Simmons. And Gene Simmons loves to sue, and he loves to make money. He loves it. And so this article here struck my fancy. It says, King Diamond had perfect response when Gene Simmons thought about suing him over face paint designs. And I thought this might have been something, but I didn't really quite know for sure. It says, we've seen musicians sporting face paint on many occasions over the years, but there was a time when it wasn't a prominent, and apparently Kiss, Gene Simmons, took exception to Merciful Fate's lead King Diamond sporting his face paint and threatened legal action. The topic came up in a recent fan Q&A for Metal Hammer, with one fan asking if he had any interactions with Simmons since that incident. No, I haven't. I think it'd probably be more like, no, I haven't. I think that would be a lot of fun, said the vocalist, then adding, I have no outstanding stuff with him. Reflecting on the initial incident, King Diamond offered, there's a lot of reasons why this happened. They dropped their makeup around this time, but still had the copyright on the look. I was never influenced by them. My influences were Peter Gabriel and Alice Cooper. As everyone's is. Alice Cooper, right? He went on to add, I said, I don't have a lot of money that you can sue me for, but you have a lot of money that other people can sue you for. They were not the first to wear makeup. It never got to be a lawsuit. It just got stirred up. So yeah, he just called them out and said, well, you know, there's been other people that have wore face paint, right? The makeup has become an identifiable part of King Diamond's stage performance, whether with Merciful Fate or out on his own. Elsewhere within the chat, King Diamond answered another fan asking for makeup tips. I've always done my makeup from day one, said the singer. The first video we did for King Diamond's 1987 single, The Family Ghost, was in England, and we had hired 2 girls to do the makeup for me. I don't think the label trusted me to get it right. So I was sat there in a chair, and they were putting all the stuff on my face, and it felt so weird because I know my face. I know how it gets, how to get it right. It went so wrong that halfway through I said, right, stop this. This is a waste of time. I rubbed it all over and did it myself. I rubbed it off and did it himself. So good, he can do face paints. King Diamond, and I always wondered though, I was like, my God, I could see Gene Simmons say a cease and desist letter or something. It's the thing about a lot of these guys, like, I don't know, Danzig and stuff like that. When they steal, they'll sue you over, the Crimson Skull. That shirt that I had of mine that had my kind of glasses and ice and stuff in it is gone. It was removed from my T-shirts because they seem to think that they own the right to that. But if I'm correct about this, the Crimson Ghost came from a comic book. And Glenn Danzig decided to take that for himself in the Misfits. They decided to, and now they own the copyright to it, and now they can do whatever. So suing over makeup issues and stuff like that, it's par for the course, isn't it? Our dear friend, let's get into some Ozzy Osbourne news. There he is. Sharon! Ozzy Osbourne, he's set to undergo a major surgery next Monday. So as you're checking this out and listening to this, if you're doing it on Saturday, Monday, he's going in. Ozzy Osbourne is set to undergo major surgery next Monday that, according to Sharon Osbourne, will determine the rest of his life. Sharon broke the news on the Talk UK after co-host Vanessa Feltz expressed her sympathies for Ozzy about his upcoming operation. He has a very major operation on Monday. I have to be there, and it's really going to determine the rest of his life, said Sharon. My son is also going to have a daughter in about 3 weeks. 3 weeks, that is. And also, it's our 40th wedding anniversary on July 1st. In an interview with Classic Rock published last month, Ozzy revealed that he's still suffering from injuries sustained in a quad bike accident in 2003. Now, was that the wreck that he got in on the TV show? They were still filming him about that time, and I think there was like a ATV wreck or something, and they ended it. Daddy! His son said, Dadsy! Oh, bloody hell, Dadsy fell over. I'm just waiting on some more surgery on me neck. Oh, that was Ozzy. I'm just waiting on more surgery on me neck. He said, I can't walk properly these days. I have physical therapy every morning. I'm somewhat better, but nowhere near as much as I would want to go back on the road. We wish the entire Osbourne family well. I wish them well. Is this her saying it right here?
So Sharon, the news is that you're heading back to LA, and I'm sorry to hear that Ozzy's...
I'm just saying I sound just like both these ladies.
Big operation coming up as well.
He does. He has a very major operation on Monday, and
Boy, I mean, I'm sorry I'm going off topic here, but she sure has done some face stuff, hasn't she? This is a sad thing. We want Ozzy to be well. This is the thing about Ozzy Osbourne, is I feel like when Ozzy Osbourne finally passes away, and kids get, death is a thing. It happens to all of us. It's the one thing you can't avoid. But I really feel like when Ozzy Osbourne passes away, it's a huge pivotal moment in heavy metal. I mean, it's like the godfather of heavy metal has passed away. So it's, hopefully he does well. I'm sending out all my positive energies. I don't know if she's going to start crying or not.
I have to be there. It's really going to determine the rest of, his life. So the next thing is my son is going to have a daughter in about 3 weeks.
Fabulous.
And also it's our 40th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
1st of July.
Okay, this is a longer video, so we don't need to really get into all of that, but wishing Ozzy Osbourne the very best, and Sharon too. Let's lay back on the face reconstructions. It's so weird because you meet someone and they get the face done so good, they don't even look like the person you ever remembered. This is an interesting little story. Who doesn't love Faith No More? You got to love Faith No More. The first time I saw them live, I saw them get spit on and booed off stage. And I said, who the hell is that band? They're just about the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. They opened for Metallica. And I was an instant fan. As soon as I saw Epic on MTV, I said, oh my God, there's that band. And this article is Billy Gould, the bass player. That's him right there, this little fellow with the gray and the regular Joe looking fella. On Faith No More influencing nu metal. If that's what happened, I'm okay with that. Faith No More bassist Billy Gould had a rather ambiguous answer when asked about his band's influence on the nu metal bands of the 90s and 2000s. In an interview with Brazil Rocks on board, Gould had this to say on the topic. If that's what happened, I'm okay with that. Sometimes I can listen to some things and I can say, okay, I can see where they got this maybe from that, maybe. Gould continued by saying, I just think of us like us. We are very unique. We have our own fingerprint, if that makes any sense. And it's really a combination of these people that come together, and that is what we make. I've seen Faith No More 4 or 5 times. Or no. Let's see. Four times. Love them every time. I know that Mike Patton's going through they had a tour scheduled and he canceled it for he wants a break for, he's having some mental stuffs going on. Maybe they'll mention something about this. Over the years, many new metal bands, Korn in particular, have cited Faith No More as a major influence. Korn guitarist Brian the Head Welch said in an interview with Guitar World shortly after the release of Korn's Life is Peachy album that Faith No More moved me, man, in a different way. I dig it, man. Bro, check it out. It totally changed my direction. You dig? It said to me that you didn't have to follow a certain path, that you could just create anything, go out and mess around with anything, and there would be no rules. Guitarist James Monkey Schaefer and bassist Phil D also expressed their love for the FNM, most notably in the classic Korn home video, Who Then Now? Even recently, Papa Roach vocalist Jacoby Shaddix called Faith No More the original nu metal band. But Gould, however, seems unwavered from his assertion. In the same interview with Rock on Board, he added, I just don't see us compared to nu metal. I mean, you can compare us to the Stranglers maybe. Maybe you can compare us to Roxy Music, but not really, just in a very superficial way. And I think that we're just kind of our own original thing. You want it all, but you can't have it. It's probably worth mentioning that Faith No More's biggest hit to date and their unquestionably breakthrough single is a heavy metal song with the rap for lyrics. Can you feel it, hear it, see it today? Sure, the Red Hot Chili Peppers did this, and so did Fishbone, 311, and a long list of other bands. But the point is, like it or not, epic. And that was what I was just singing there so beautifully. And the subsequent album, The Real Thing, gave would-be rap and metal enthusiasts across the globe a big green light to basically do whatever they felt like, they liked. And that makes sense. When that thing popped off, I says, my heavens. See, I'll tell you what happened with Faith No More when they got booed. Jim Martin was in the band, the guitar player. He had the frizzy hair and the glasses on. They were opening for Metallica, and the crowd wasn't all into him. I was in the bathroom and I heard Mike Patton going, red rum, and I went, oh God, I got to get out there. So I tinkled it, shook it really hard, real hard. Got it back in the shorts, went back out there. I was amazed and blown away by him. But at one point, Jim Martin told the audience, hey, you guys down front are pretty cool, but the rest of this place is a bunch of fucking pussies. Now, you're at a Metallica concert with this band opening up for him. They were the only ones on the bill, just Metallica. This guy just says, you're all a bunch of pussies. And then they launched into War Pigs, which is a cover they do on the Real Thing album. And the minute that they started playing that, it was like every metalhead said, oh, hell no, you don't. No, you don't. And the spit started flying and everything. I've told that story once or twice before. There you have that. Are you a fan of Rat? Stephen Piercy says classic Rat lineup was supposed to do a tour this summer. Well, I needed to see what that was all about. Is he part of a racing crew? Is he the guy that takes off the lug nuts? Then he goes, lay it down. Put the tire over there. Just lay it down. All right, go, Toby. Get back out there. Stephen Piercy says classic Rat lineup was supposed to do a big summer tour this year. Okay, who would have been in that? Let's find out. On June 6th, the 20th anniversary of the passing of Rat guitarist Robin Crosby, singer Stephen Piercy spoke to Atlantic City Weekly about his late friend and the glory days of Rat and his plans to continue touring with his solo band. He said, as we celebrate Robin's passing 20 years today, it's still Rat and roll, man. The music's got life, so we're kind of tripping in a good way. He was such an important part of the band. I knew we could play without him, but man, oh man, when he was gone, I knew the band was done. I knew we could go through the motions with different players, but I lost real true partner there, a driver in that machine. So I continue to do my solo thing because I can write what I want and do solo records and tour when I want with who I want, he continued. We were supposed to do a big summer tour with Rat this year. I initiated doing something if the surviving guys from the classic lineup would get together, but there is no reason for them to do it or need for them to do it. So I decided just to go out solo, and I'm better off. Some of these guys in my solo band may have been with me 18, 20 years. So if you want to rat and roll, come see my shows. So, I mean, I guess who would, two months ago, Piercy was asked once again during an appearance on Sirius XM's Eddie Trunk Junk in the Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk and Junk in the Trunk, if there has been any movement with regard to, okay, okay, we're doing Eddie Trunk here. Was asked by Eddie Trunk if there has been any movement with regarding to reuniting the band's classic lineup. Well, this is Steve Piercy. Well, I will give you a bit of something. There was an opportunity presented to all of us. Besides, it's being a lucrative thing. It would be amazing. I will not do another Rat record unless it is all of us, he explained. Well, thank you for that, Stephen. There's no reason you won't get the Rat sound exactly. See, if you took a few of the Kiss guys, like let's say Bruce Kulick or whatever, and Eric Singer and all of them, and they said we're not going to do another Kiss record. Relax. You know what I'm saying? He is the voice of Rat. I agree with that. But if you're going to put out a Rat record, you got to have Warren DeMartini and those guys on it, I think. We'll read this real quick. I will not do another Rat record unless it's all of us, he explained. There's no reason you won't get the Rat sound. We got close, and people, I think, got a little pissy at me for saying that about 2010's Infestation album, that I really didn't think we hit a home run. Warren DeMartini guitar, and I really didn't think we hit a home run, period. Warren DeMartini guitarist, and I basically handled the record, but Carlos Cavazo, that's old Quiet Riot boy, was also involved. So there you have that. I will do, let's see. To me, you can put a label on it, but it's not Rat. Exactly! I kind of like when these people, they just go off and do super groups. They create something fresh and new instead of, but when you have a brand, you got the Rat brand and you know that you've got a fan base for it. It's easy money. I like that. You got the freaking, what do they call those? Punchy faces? The little metal things you put on your fingers. Brass knuckles. He's got a brass knuckle microphone that he puts his fingers in. You back, psh, fall, psh, mo. Let's watch Maynard from. Are you a fan of Tool? I guess he's gonna play a trick on Danny Carey here and sneak out. He's gonna put a dildo in place of a gong stick. See, look at this, and let's see what he's gonna do. He's always doing these fun tricks, and. He's going to get ready to do the gong. Wow, right in the middle of the show. Jesus, he's freaking really happy about that. Pretty good, though, that old Danny Carey can play like that, can't he? You can't rewind those. I hate that. So there you have that. It's Maynard. Oh, another thing, speaking of ding-dongs and stuff like that, I went onto that Metal Sludge website. I'd always heard rumors about the Peener chart. So if you want a good giggle on an afternoon, you can go and see all your hard rock and heavy metal heroes from, say, like the 80s to the 90s. And their love-making skills and everything's on this chart. I was surprised when I got there and it was there. I was like, oh my God. They actually do have the chart, and there's like little descriptions. Drink break. Oh, that's good. Yeah, there's like descriptions. Oh, C.C. DeVille, he's, a solid 7 inches and not very caring. Itches his ass a lot, lots of fun. You can spend a good hour on there just having a giggle with your friends or family. And we've got another report, guys. I hate to be the bringer of the bad news, but here we are, Antwerp, Belgium, 2022. I think it's clear to us that we know that there's lip syncing going on. And the argument would then be to all fans of Kiss is it okay or isn't it okay? And then it's a pretty divided audience there. You have an audience that goes, this is not okay. I spent this much money for a live ticket. I want to see them do it live. And you have the other side saying they're old and I just want to go relive the experience of seeing them long ago. So I don't care if they're lip syncing or not. I haven't seen this video. I don't know how long it is, but oh, it's 45 seconds. Yeah. Okay, he's looking already. Something's fishy. Oh yeah. Right there was some vocal going over there and he just went, sing. Yeah, that was like a full-on goof. See, and the one video that I've got up right now, it's like, what does Paul Stanley really hear in his ear? There's a lot of people watching that video, it's mixed. It's a mixed crew. Who gives a shit? This isn't no big news. And then the other folks are saying it is a big deal. You could clearly see he was thrown off. There was some kind of audio goof with the track. See if I can get this volume up a little more. He's sing. I want to see that one more time, guys. Oh yeah, that's even the sing. Was a sing. That wasn't even him doing it. That was a full-on audio goof. And for the other dudes in the band that are going, you know, Gene Simmons has made a couple of wisecracks about I can still sing and stuff. Yeah, when the news is being made like this, I just don't know that what the point is. I mean, it is the farewell, the end of the road, so hopefully it will be the end of the road for him. It would be great. I was kind of thinking about a hologram. Somebody was mentioning that to me, and I can't remember who it was. Oh, is this the Fonz? Yeah, this is the Fonz. His channel, he's got all sorts of Kiss goodies. It's time for those comments. It's time for your comments. I'm just going to double check that my sweet jam is on point. All right. Let's get into those comments. What do you say? I'm sorry if this isn't quite a barn burner of an episode. I don't know. I watched this concert from Knocked Loose. You can check it out. They're a hardcore band, a new hardcore band. They've been around just a short time. Freaking, if you like heavy chunk and thunk breakdowns and stuff, you got to check out this band called Knocked Loose. There is a concert that's multi-camera. It sounds wonderful. It's 50 minutes long. It's great for if you're getting on the treadmill, and you can watch it there. It's Knocked Loose live in Cardiff. And I'm telling you what, man, if you like hardcore, you like them big, thick, heavy, slow, sludgy breakdowns, this is the band for you. Let's get into it. Thomas Mitchell. You got to check out the 2 new Hatriot songs, Hymn for the Wicked and Verminous and Vile. Badass. I will do that, Thomas. Thank you. That's getting a heart, but again, there will be no reply to that because this is not the place for requests. Miss Althea coming in, the dumbstruck fool, says, I think Glenn Danzig needs to lay down a sample from Missy Elliott's Get Your Freak On, copywritten, so don't copy me. Wouldn't that be hilarious if she pulled the plug on him for doing so and he got a taste of his own medicine? Am I missing something here? I think Glenn needs to lay down a sample from Missy Elliott's Get Your Freak On. Get your freak on. Get your freak on. What? Get your freak copywritten, so don't copy me. Yeah. I get back in and retort on that one, Miss Althea. This is her again. Had to chuckle at Joey Tempest commenting that Final Countdown has annoyed a few people. Yeah, I am one of them. That song still drives me out of my tree. I hate those occasions when it comes on Hair Nation, and I will flip over to 80s on 8 if I am in that kind of a mood, only to have the damn song be on that channel too. It has happened more than once. Yeah, them big hit songs, man, you can go channel to channel to channel, and they're right there. Boom, 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 boom. It's crazy to think that, on this earth, a ball floating in space, into the universe. The Voyager is just outside of the solar system and stuff. That we would have these songs. It's a final countdown. That's just a huge, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe I'm getting too, I don't know, intellectual. I would never use that word when it comes to me, but, it's just weird the way things are in the bigger cosmos of things, where just a nice little catchy tune like that will drive you freaking crazy. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Forget it. Only to have the damn song be on the radio. It happened more than once, yes. Still Miss Althea here. Your Dave Mustaine impression was very 1950 sci-fi movie Mad Scientist, and I loved it. Yeah, it's kind of a play on that. Another thing that I wanted to tell you guys is if you want to watch a horrible movie, but it is fantastic. Oh my God, what is it called? Something, it's not Pussycat Kill Kill. Oh boy, I may have to look this up again. But anyways, to get to the point, Dave Mustaine plays a mummy-wrapped, some kind of war vet that has his legs, he's in a wheelchair, and there's an all-female rock band called the Pussycat Kill Kill, or something like that. He is like Jigsaw. He's a mastermind and puts them in a maze. All right, everybody. Well, now let's see if you can escape this tunnel. It is just shocking because Dave Mustaine plays the bad guy in the movie. And I wish I was more prepared because you got to see that. But it is on Tubi. It's a free app. It's got commercials and stuff. You can get it on your smart TV. And Dave Mustaine plays the villain. Let's see. Oh, I stopped on her thing here. Your Dave Mustaine impression of the 1950 sci-fi Mad Scientist, and I love it. No mention of James Lomenzo playing in Ace Frehley's band. Oh, he did? I mean, he is a man about town. I didn't realize that James Lomenzo would have played. See, when I saw him, he wasn't in Frehley's Comet, but maybe he was in the later years. I am exhausted with artists, bands announcing retirement and farewells only to pull a psych and jump back in it. My opinion is such things come down to either mental health issues, like they do not know what to do with themselves if they are not performing because they seriously don't know how to do anything else, which is if you do something for 40 years on the road, it's hard not to not do that. Or the almighty dollar, because they seriously don't know how to do anything else. Yes, it's either money or we can't stop. We can't stop, won't stop, even if it gets bad. I swear to God, I was not trying to trip you up over the word minutia. Well, I knew it. See, that's why I was so happy when I saw that word. I went, oh God, that's a word I shouldn't know. I knew it, and I said it. I love you too much, darling. And yes, Bobby Blotzer, Blotzer, attempted to circumvent multiple court rulings by using the name Bobby Blotzer's Rat Experience. You think Bobby Blotzer's Rat would be enough, right? For his version of the band, but my understanding is the last legal dealing put the kibosh on that for good. Because why can Stephen Riley's Rat, or LA Guns, Stephen Riley's LA Guns, or Riley's Guns, or whatever, well, that sounds good to me, Bobby Blotzer's Rat Experience. If he can get people to walk through the door, then good on him. There's your heart, Miss Althea. Bobby Simpson. Bobby Simpson. Fantastic fellow. OMG, needed this. Great opener. Thank you, buddy. There you go. Bang. Mike Buchanan coming in here. Joey Tempest, real name is Rolf Magnus Joachim Larson. Jesus. Oh, yes, I'm Rolf Magnus Joachim Larson. Hello, where's the mayonnaise? I'm just writing this just to get you to say his real name. And you did it. And I didn't even realize that you were going to do that. That is all. Looking forward to the new Megadeth album. Yes, I can't wait to hear it. This is still Mike Buchanan. What did the shipmates see in the... keep doing this if you're putting jokes in. What did the shipmates see in the toilet? The captain's log. Poop jokes are just funny no matter what. I heard the old phrase, and I laughed out loud when I heard it the other day. Hey, if I wanted an asshole to talk, I'd fart. I thought that, or if I wanted to listen to an asshole fart, what's the saying now? Jesus. If I wanted to hear an asshole, I'd fart. I think that's what it was. It was on some show. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed. I LOL'd out loud. I did. There's your heart, my friend. James Tate coming in. Poison always put all four members' names as writers on their songs. Richie Kotzen was not a fan of that plan. Really? Well, if he was coming into the band, it's like, bro, you know, all right, we'll cut you. We'll take your share. How about that? If you're not a carving it up kind of guy, we'll just give you a paycheck. There's your heart, James. Oscar, he's coming in. So shocking when Dave Lombardo told those people at a drum clinic he was making around $60,000 a year. I didn't know it was that bad. Dave Lombardo from Slayer. Especially when you see him play to hundreds of thousands of people at festivals. Sure miss his double bass. Kerry King is a real prick. Well, the good news for you, Oscar, is that Dave Lombardo is the new drummer for Testament. There was an article where Gene Hoglan said there was no animosities or anything else for getting him in the band, for him leaving, and the guys in Testament, they're all friends with Gene, but Dave Lombardo is now the drummer. So there you go, buddy. Good job. Oscar here again. Glenn needs an attitude. You got the fucking attitude. Attitude adjustment. Like my dad told me when I was a kid. He would be asking people today if they wanted fries and soda with their burger if Metallica never wore Misfits t-shirts decades ago. What? I'm horrible at reading and stuff, but like my dad told me when I was a kid, he would be asking people today if they want fries and soda with their burger if Metallica never wore Misfits t-shirts decades ago. Yes. Sorry about that, Oscar. I'm so I don't know what allergies or something today. All that pollen and shit in the air. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. Well, you know what? I've thought about it, Glenn. You are a son of a bitch, okay? And that's true. The same argument could be made, Oscar, if you're following me, the part of Diamond Head. Because the first records, right? They were Metallica recorded some Diamond Head and some what was on that 69 cassette? That had Misfits on it. And it had because it had like Green Hell and stuff on there, but that was all covers. And all of those bands did good, including Diamond Head, right? Am I Evil and shit like that. They wrote those songs, so they get the majority of the money for being the songwriters of those songs. So, I mean, Diamond Head theoretically made a kick-ass living off of, huge songs that Diamond Head had that Metallica are now part of every show. They can't not play Am I Evil. They can't not do that. Do they do Bread Fan? I don't know. That was a Budgie Jam, wasn't it? Bread Fan. Bread Fan. There's your heart. Yeah, I am so kind of scatterbrained today, and I think it's like the freaking pollen count or something. Just Bob coming in. Danzig is a douche. Always has been. I wish his singing and music ability was as great as his ego. Yeah. And his movie making abilities aren't that great either. If you want a good giggle and a good laugh and you like seeing nudity, you watch one of them horror movies that he's made. Because they're really not very good, but there's a charm to them. And I don't think that charm comes from anything Glenn Danzig did. So, boom, there is that heart for you and EDC. EL and P with a Diablo twist. I liked it. And EDC, you are getting a thumb and you are getting a heart because he figured out the theme song that I was doing from last episode was Emerson, Lake and Palmer Brain Salad Surgery record. H.R. Geiger did the album cover. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. It's the first time I ever smoked a marijuana joint. That day, and then I didn't do it for a very, 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 very long time, but went to the friend's house. This is no joke. No, it's not. I may have talked about this once before, too. He piped up a joint, put on that album. I'm looking at the album cover. I'm going, oh, my God, man, this is crazy looking. That's wicked. That's wicked crazy, bro. Then he put on Creatures of the Night album, and he put on Love It Loud. Boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. And I sitting there, and I went, Bro, man, I think I can play that on the drums. So I went across the street, went into my garage where I had my drum set up. Boom, pa, boom, boom, pa. And I went, oh my God, this is how you do it. From there, I got Carmen Appice's book. It's called Rock Rhythms or something like that. Fantastic book. It taught me how to play the first beat to double bass by the end of it. So that's a great book to check out if you're an aspiring drummer that knows you do not know anything about drums. That book literally taught me every single beat I ever knew. And that's why I have massive respect for the Appice brothers, Vinny and Carmine. That's all I've got for you fine and fantastic freaks out there. Let's see, baby. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Nope. There it is. It's got like a... What was that one song? No sound, don't think what you say. All say, all say, I am the eye of the sky, looking for you. I can jive your mind. I am the jive talking fool, dinner of fools. I will jive you blind.